We're counting down the 7 most talked about humanoid robots on the planet. From ultra-cheap stunt machines and robots with eerily human faces to real factory workers and billion-dollar hype magnets. These contenders promise to reshape our homes, our jobs, and even our expectations of what is real and what is just clever marketing. Which humanoid actually lives up to the promise? And which is powered more by buzz than brains? Let's kick off the list with number 7. Imagine a humanoid robot you can buy for the price of a used car. Number 7. Unitree G1, the budget disruptor. Unitree G storms into the countdown as the robot that throws out the price playbook. For as little as $16,000, less than a new car, anyone can order a humanoid that walks, waves, and even flips. At CES 2025, G1's backflips and dance routines went viral, sparking a frenzy over the idea of a truly affordable robot. Standing just over 4 feet tall and weighing 35 kilograms, it runs on a 2-hour swappable battery and claims to bring mass manufacturing to the world of humanoids. That rock-bottom price comes from Chinese supply chains and Unitree's experience building budget robot dogs by the thousands. But at this cost, corners are cut. Reliability and long-term support are still big question marks, and most demos are tightly choreographed. G1 is flashy, disruptive, and sets a new baseline for what a home robot could cost, but it is more about spectacle than substance, at least for now. Number 6. Ameca, the most human face. Ameca stands over 6 feet tall, but it is the face that stops people in their tracks. Engineered Arts built Ameca to show what happens when a robot's expressions edge right up to human, but never quite cross the line. Its silicone skin stretches over 49 kilograms of motors and sensors. Each movement is tuned to mimic the tiniest human gesture: a blink, a raised eyebrow, the curl of a lip. At tech expos and live demos, Ameca's gaze seems to follow visitors, triggering everything from laughter to nervous glances. Many describe the experience as fascinating, but hard to shake, a textbook case of the uncanny valley. Audience studies with biometric sensors show spikes in heart rate and focus, especially when Ameca smiles or speaks. The company even offers a telepresence mode, letting remote users control the robot's face and voice in real time. Ameca is not meant to work in homes or factories. It is a mirror for our reactions to lifelike machines, raising questions about what it means to look human, even when there is no feeling behind the eyes. Number 5. Agility Digit, the warehouse workhorse. Digit walks on reverse-jointed legs that look more like a bird than a person, but in the world of warehouses, that design is no gimmick. Agility Robotics built Digit to work real shifts, not just pose for the camera. At Amazon and FedEx pilot sites, Digit spends up to 8 hours at a time moving bins, picking up packages, and hauling loads up to 35 pounds. Its sensors keep it from bumping into forklifts or wandering outside tightly geofenced zones, and every move is logged for safety. Productivity reports show Digit can keep pace with human workers on repetitive jobs, though it still stumbles on uneven surfaces and sometimes needs a reset from a nearby technician. No OSHA recordable injuries have been reported, but internal safety audits detail a handful of close calls. That is enough to keep union reps skeptical. For now, Digit's autonomy is limited to mapped areas and simple routines. It is not a YouTube stunt bot or a home gadget. It is the first humanoid robot earning its keep in the logistics world, proving that, at least in some corners of industry, the age of robots clocking in for a shift has already begun. Number 4. 1X NEO, teleoperation exposed. NEO shot to fame with videos showing it folding laundry, pouring drinks, and navigating kitchens like a sci-fi butler. The company 1X offered it for $19,900 or $499 per month. On paper, a bargain for a robot assistant. But beneath the viral clips lies a secret. Almost every household task NEO performs is driven by a human operator, not by onboard AI. Investigative reviews and leaked internal documents reveal a network of remote pilots often working in virtual reality headsets, guiding the robot's every move during demos. Technical staff are required to sign strict non-disclosure agreements, and insiders estimate that 90 to 100% of public performances rely on expert mode teleoperation. When pressed, 1X describes this as assisted autonomy, but critics call it a smokescreen, marketing autonomy while selling remote control. The result is a credibility gap. Tech forums and YouTube comments are flooded with questions about what NEO can actually do on its own. For now, the promise of a truly independent home robot remains out of reach, and the line between genuine progress and staged spectacle has never looked thinner. Atlas doesn't just walk, it sprints, leaps, and flips in ways that once seemed impossible for machines. Boston Dynamics spent more than a decade pushing the limits of humanoid movement, and Atlas became the first robot to land a backflip on camera. Those parkour videos, vaulting over obstacles and somersaulting off boxes, turned Atlas into a viral legend and set the benchmark for what agile robotics could be. Early versions relied on a dense network of hydraulic pumps and hoses, powering explosive jumps, but demanding constant maintenance. In 2024, after a close call with a ruptured hydraulic line during testing, Boston Dynamics retired the original Atlas and began work on an all-electric successor. The new electric Atlas promises quieter operation, easier upkeep, and a safer platform for future research, but it hasn't yet matched the raw spectacle of its hydraulic predecessor. Despite carrying up to 25 kilograms and running for about an hour on a charge, Atlas remains strictly a research tool. No price tag, no factory shifts, no home deliveries. Engineers openly script its routines, and every stunt is carefully rehearsed. Still, every competitor studies Atlas's moves, trying to close the gap between showmanship and real-world utility. For now, Atlas is the tech flex king, a showcase of what's possible, even if it's not for sale. Number 2. Figure 02, Factory Floor Pioneer. At the BMW plant in Spartanburg, South Carolina, Figure 02 worked for a full month alongside human workers. This was not a staged demo or a viral video. BMW paid for a 30-day pilot, logging every task, every reset, and every hiccup. Standing 5'6" and powered by a 5-hour battery, Figure 02 moved parts, carted tools, and hauled up to 55 pounds at a time. The robot's sensors tracked every lift, and safety logs captured a few close calls. A drop torque wrench, a brush with a conveyor belt, but no major incidents. Productivity reports from the pilot show a mixed picture. Robots did not boost output, but injury rates from heavy lifting dipped during the trial. BMW management called the results cautiously promising, while some union representatives worried about creeping automation. What sets Figure 02 apart is not just the hardware. Through a partnership with OpenAI, the robot can hold basic conversations and follow spoken instructions, at least within carefully defined routines. Most of the time, though, its tasks are tightly scripted and autonomy remains narrow. Reset triggers and human interventions are still common. Internal memos describe frequent pauses for software updates and manual corrections. Even so, Figure 02 is the first general-purpose humanoid to earn its keep on a real factory floor, with verified logs and public deployment. It is not hype or a marketing stunt. It is a cautious, incremental step toward robots that actually work for a living. Number 1. Tesla Optimus Gen 2 and Gen 3, the hype supernova. Tesla Optimus is the robot everyone has heard about, even if they have never seen a humanoid in person. Elon Musk's promise is simple: a robot assistant for the price of a car, ready to take on household chores and factory work. Analysts estimate the target is between $20,000 and $30,000, but Tesla has not confirmed a price for Gen 2 or Gen 3. Optimus Gen 2 weighs 57 kilograms, stands about 1.73 meters tall, and has hands with 11 degrees of freedom, each finger moving with surprising delicacy. Demo footage shows it walking over uneven floors, picking up eggs without cracking them, and sorting colored blocks, tasks that would have stumped most robots just a few years ago. The secret sauce is Tesla's vision-only artificial intelligence, adapted from its self-driving cars, plus a battery that lasts for 2 hours on a charge. But every public test is staged. Most demos happen in Tesla factories under tight control, with engineers standing by for resets. Some tasks are pre-scripted to avoid liability, and independent reviewers have not been allowed to push the robot outside its comfort zone. Gen 3 claims even greater dexterity and longer battery life, but no third-party teardown or real-world deployment backs those numbers yet. Tesla's hiring blitz and factory ramp-up hint at ambition, 10,000 units a year by 2026. But so far, mass production is a goal, not a reality. The hype is unmatched. No other robot commands this much attention or this much skepticism. Critics warn that the leap from factory demo to unsupervised home use is enormous. The Optimus story is still being written, and for now the line between breakthrough and bravado is razor thin. But if any robot could make the leap from YouTube clip to living room, it is the one with Elon Musk's name on it. Across all 7 humanoid robots, one pattern stands out. Behind the spectacle, most breakthroughs are still part hype, part prototype. The real leap is not in flashy demos, it is in robots quietly taking on real work right now. That is how the future of automation actually arrives, one practical step at a time. If you like this video, I would appreciate a comment and hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next one.